Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here. A day late and a dollar short as always, it seems. Had an incident with my lighting yesterday, and wasn't able to get the video for Challenge Accepted filmed yesterday. So I'm going to call this Challenge Accepted Late. The challenge that I'm doing, and that I think that I think Shannon also did, is the Thursday night sketch from Redefined Kreative and the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. It's their commercial site, and Redefined Kreative has the Secret Not Secret Kit Club also has the very incredible Creative Cuts Club, and I'm actually getting down to the end of my kit. This month's kit from Creative Cuts Club, and I'll kind of show you how I'm going to use it in this layout. I love this sketch. It's one I wanted to do the minute I saw it. I love these 4 strips of paper and the clusters and the proportions of the 4x6 photo, or the 6x4, and the 4x4. But I'm also doing a challenge with Mind the Scrap, where I need all my photos need to be square this week. So I've printed, I've got my original photo, and I've already done the backing. I have to back it with at least 4 paper layers, and I just grabbed a bunch of scraps that looked colorful and kind of conveyed the joy and happiness in this photo. And the first few scraps I pulled were in a color range that did not include this hot pink, and I wanted my title to be this hot pink. And so I kind of fudged and added this, and I'm going to add it in another place on the layout as well, just to kind of explain some of the other things. So, and some of my flowers are pink too, and not in that red gold kind of color range. So, just to get started and not have you watch me do absolutely every little cut, I'll explain to you that what I've done is I've laid out my strips, and I cut my strips. I took a photo that I had of my grandkids in a swimming pool, and I had I cropped it down to a square part of the water, and then I printed it on 12 by 12, and I printed 2 of them just so that you could see what it looked like. I cut it down to 11, and then each strip is 2.5 inches wide, and I just evenly spaced them there. I rounded the corners with, where's my corner rounder? I've probably covered it up somewhere. It's this one from Paper Studio, which is Hobby Lobby's brand, and it comes the closest to the rounding of Project Life cards, if that's something that matters to you. This Project Life card I have on here is to represent the 6x4 dimension that I liked to get the proportions right on there. And I'm just actually going to, I'm using all square photos. I've filtered and printed, I think 6 or 7 copies of that same original photo. I've got all of them here. Some of them are cuter than others. I'm trying to decide which one. If I pick this one, it's kind of the closest to the original photo. I actually kind of like it better than the original photo, so I might have gone with that one as an original. This one is kind of too black and white. I like this one, and I like this bright yellow one. What I'm going to do is kind of fan these out, and let them lead up to this, and then I'm going to paste that there so that it covers the entire 6x4. And in fact, I think I'm going to go with what I have here. I kind of like that look. So actually, let me see. Sometimes this works better if I use my stapler. I don't want to I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back from that because the staple would end up being, it's such a close-up of her face, and I really don't want the staple to be on her face. Okay, I think this will work, and I've got, let me do it in a couple places there, here, just to hold that right. You've got to get, okay. Now, I'm going to just kind of stick that right there. And the reason I'm doing that before the other photo is supposed to overlap this. Okay, so that keeps with the proportions. Here's that little bit of pink that I may add right down. I think I'm just going to actually put it at an angle there. And I may embellish that further as we go along, but we'll figure that out later. I think I'm going to stick it down under the striped portion. Okay, what I've got here is I layered all of these scraps of paper that I just kind of pulled as they were from the scrap pile, and then I glued all them together with the double-sided tape, and then I did a sheet of fun foam. So I'm going to place this here. I don't really mind the overlapping because all the photos are the same, and if you miss a certain feature on one of the photos, you can see it on the other. I'm going to put the title here, up here, rather than where it is here, although I do like the proportion of that, and it would kind of look nice there. What it doesn't do is leave me any room for my journaling, and I'm maybe going to choose not to worry too much about that. So I'm going to just leave the laugh there for a moment. I'm going to go about doing some of the embellishing. And I've got these paper planner. They're sort of like sticky notes. They're sticky on one end, and to me, they're some of the prettiest images of tropical flowers. And so I like it. I like them a lot. I've used them on a couple other tropical type layouts recently. What I do is, oh no, my Easy Runner has easy run out. Okay, we'll figure something else to do there. Let me kind of slide that under and let that overlap. So I've added that pink color. I've got some more Easy Runner glue here. Let me pull another piece. What came off on my fingers is not going to get wasted. Okay, what I want to do here is add in this piece of, I had a huge cut file of seashells, and this is what's left after I cut out this cute little shell. And so I'm going to put it here, just kind of slide it under, let some of the stripes show through underneath, and then I'm going to fit flowers around, maybe coming through the papers so that it doesn't obscure too much of the shell. And I like leaving things loose so that they can kind of curl. And I'm not just saying that because I ran out of my glue. Let me make sure this will stick. And I normally would use liquid glue, but I have that stuff stuck to my hand, so I may as well use it, right? Okay, so we've got that bit done. I have a couple, these are planner stickers from Clicky Chick Creates. They came like this, and I actually fussy cut them out. Clicky Chick Creates is Connie Ochoa Hanks, and she's amazing. If you go to her Etsy shop, she's clickychickcreates.etsy.com. And on Instagram, she's Connie Hanks. And she's amazing. I met her, I had the great pleasure of meeting her and taking a photography class from her at a Scrap Happy reunion a couple years ago. And I love her planner stickers and was determined to use. This one has a flat side up at the top, so I thought I might use it down here, but the colors aren't making me happy. If I do it like this, that's kind of upside down. Let me kind of put that off to the side. I've got another one here where the flat side is at the bottom, and I can use that one, I think, more easily. Fumble fingers here. Let me kind of I'm going to put it into the cluster with the seashell and the flower. Okay, I'm getting kind of to the, do I want to embellish any more? I think with all the colors in the photos and all the colors in the papers that I use to back it, I'm going to say that I really don't need to embellish it a whole lot. For my for the Mind the Scrap team challenge that I'm in, I needed the square photos, I needed 4 layers, I need doodling, I need some word strip embellishments, and a one-word title. So I've got the one-word title here. I did not pull out the word strips, but hopefully they're here on the table. Yes, I see some on the table. I'm going to kind of I'm not going to line it up perfectly there. I'll let it cross the swimming pool layer and the navy blue polka dot layer. And I'm going to look at some of these guys. If there's something that says laughing, that would be, well, here's one that says a perfect summer day. Wet and wild, I kind of like that. This is another Ava page, and for those of you who are following, Ava's been having a rough time lately. She was diagnosed with leukemia in April, and she was doing great. And this latest round of chemo has really got her immune system shot. Her own, forgot that that's not working, so let's go with liquid glue. Her own bone marrow is just not producing the white blood cells that she needs to fight infection. So you visit her in the hospital and she's perfect. She's in a great mood. She's hungry. She's feeling good and enjoying the activities that the wonderful hospital has. But they can't let her out because if she were to scratch herself or be exposed to someone with a serious illness, she'd have no way to fight it, and she'd have no way to fight the infection from the scratch. I'm going to stick my word sticker here, and I'm going to kind of prop it up under the photo because I have it on foam, and the photo is on foam, but the foam doesn't continue down here enough, so I may actually insert a foam dot just to prop it up so it stays, it maintains the dimension across the whole photo cluster. So let me try that, and there we go. That's not gonna collapse anymore. I'm going to skip this journaling strip, and what I'm going to do is do my journaling as part of my doodling. So I will be doodling anyway. Let me see if there's any way I can use this. Maybe right down here. How's that? And that would be a good base for my cluster, my overlapping hearts. Let me see what colors I'd like to use. I'm going to go with a blue and an aqua. Kind of put those down here. I'm going to add a few sequins. This is a sequin mix that came in the Creative Cuts Club, and they're done custom mix created by Spiegel Mom Scraps, and it was created just for the Creative Cuts Club. So there are cute little seashell sequins in that color of fuchsia that I want to bring in. So I'm going to kind of stick that one there. The glue, if it's concave like that, or convex, or you'd think a math major would know what that is. It depends on what side you're looking at. That's not working when I place it there, so I'm going to actually apply the glue directly to the part that makes contact with the paper and then try to slide it in. And that should stick well when it's dry. I'm going to find another, this is a really cute little sequin that's kind of circles, and I'm not using a lot. I'm going to put kind of a triangle of shiny things on here and put the near light color, so I'm going to save the rest of those for later. My finished, when I publish my finished layout, you'll see the doodling. I'm going to doodle around the blue part, and what I have to do off camera is test my doodling pen, this wonderful Signo Uniball white pen, and make sure that it writes well across that. Here, let's test it now on the photo paper. Okay, seems to work. It looks like it leaves a line, you know, it has looks like a line with an outline, but that's okay. That really doesn't bother me at all. Okay, so here's my laugh layout. It's the way I think of Ava, and bless her heart, she's fighting right now, and I hope we can laugh her all the way back into happy health. So enjoy. Check out Shannon's video if you haven't already, and keep challenging yourself out there. Bye.